Please pause the video and take a moment to read this important safety message. All right, welcome back everybody. Another Soapbox Sunday here at Blue Glow Electronics, and I've got a lot of topics here on my little Soapbox Sunday list, so may end up breaking this up into two videos, but let's jump into topic number one here. All right, woohoo! We have hit 13,000 subscribers. Blowing my mind. I remember when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I was doing cartwheels because I was like, why would 1,000 people want to watch these dumb videos that I'm making? But you know, it's been a couple year journey now. We're having a lot of fun. You know, I don't think I'll ever have 50 or 100,000 subscribers because the topic that I cover is so kind of niche that you know, I lean heavily towards the tube gear end of the spectrum and not just all general electronics. And so I'm just happy to be where I'm at. If I got to 15,000, I'd probably call it a day. But I just want to say thanks, everybody, and thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not one, hey, click the button and be like 13,000 other people. And we have a lot of fun with these videos. So onward to topic number two. All right, the next topic would be phone support. I get people emailing me a lot asking things like, hey, could you provide me email support or phone support on something I'm working on? I just get stuck from time to time, basically, and would love to have somebody to bounce some stuff off of. And I can tell you, email support, I probably cannot provide. I can't keep up with the emails I get now. And some of these emails are really long and lots of detail. And hey, I'm working on this thing and resistor 204, I'm getting this voltage across it, but I think it should be this other voltage. Can you tell me what's wrong? And I'm like, man, without getting it on the bench and having full context to the whole unit, it's hard to do that stuff sometimes. But you know, what I will say is I have a long drive home every day, anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours just about every evening, Monday through Thursday. I work remote on Fridays. So, you know, I may be open to trading off some PayPal donate via my PayPal donate button on my website for some time spent on the phone, kind of talking with you or walking you through things. So if you're interested, reach out to me. If not, you know, sorry about the email support. It's tough, man. There's only so many emails I can go through in a given week, and I get a lot of them. So a lot of my answers are really short and say things like, sorry, I wish I could help you more, but without full context and having it on the bench, it would be hard to do that. And then the next response I get back, well, can I send it to you so you can get it on your bench? Man, I can't do that either. I just don't have the time in my busy day life. So, anyway, take it for what it's worth and reach out to me if you want to try to work something out. All right, an interesting phenomenon takes place when you reach about 5,000 or so YouTube subscribers if you focus on electronics, I've noticed. Somewhere thereabouts, I started getting these emails, and I average one about every 2 or 3 weeks. And they're typically from a Chinese company, and what they're saying is, hey, Mark, we have been watching your YouTube videos. We think they're absolutely phenomenal. And we have products that we either manufacture or that we sell, and that we would like to send you free products in return for you making video reviews on them, okay? And kind of what's implied there, maybe not so clearly said, is we would like you to make a good review video because we're going to give you free products. And I always respond back to these videos with an email that basically says, look, if you want to ship me something for free, I will try it out and see how it performs. If it performs well, I will then go about making a video of it, okay? And then in that video review, you know, I could post it online. And ultimately what they're wanting is they're wanting a YouTube video that they can then go embed into Amazon.com's review section or other websites' review sections to help propel the sales of their products. But what I do tell them is if I get your product and I don't feel it is up to my standards or whatnot, I will not make a video on the topic. Basically, what I'm not going to do is sell myself out and trade a free product for a good review of something, okay? And so I've gotten about, I don't know, maybe 10 times now, I've told them, if you want to send me something, go ahead. Some of them, after I give my little explanation of, I'm not going to trade a good video for free product. Your product better be good if you expect to see a video. About half of them disappear and I don't hear back from them. Some of them, though, they send me stuff. And I would say 9 out of 10 times my expectations are right. It's total junk. Just not worthy of me putting my name behind this product or whatnot. And so I had a guy reach out to me about a month ago, and he was kind of, I've been through this rodeo 3 times with this individual, I think, and I won't tell you what company he's from. But he basically said, hey, I promise you this time we'll send you a good piece of gear. So they sent me something here, and I haven't opened it yet. So I'm going to check it out and maybe make a video. You may see it, you may not. I don't know. But I just thought I'd bring this interesting phenomenon up out there that what it makes me wonder about is the reviews that I do see on products on websites like Amazon. How many of those videos were bought by the free products versus how many of those people that made those videos truly believed what they said about those products? So don't sell yourself out. If you believe in something, hold true to it, make a video about it. If you don't believe, just steer away. I've gotten things like heat shrink guns that I'm scared to death to even turn on because they're so flimsy and the plastic's not even put together properly, yet they've got this 1500 watt heating element inside of them, and I typically take them straight in there, throw them right into the garbage can, and they never hear from me again. So I don't know. These people want to keep sending me stuff. Maybe one day I will get something good. Maybe this will be the good item that I actually make a video out of. We will see. But I just thought it was an interesting topic of debate, maybe for comments down below. What's your success been with kind of some of these Chinese sites and their equipment? All right, after 28 years in corporate America, I think my skin is really thick, right? Not a lot that happens at work or gets said to me rattles me. But for some reason, every once in a while in my personal life here on my YouTube videos, people will make a comment and it just gets under my skin. I'm like, wow, did they really just say that? And I had one recently where someone basically accused me of, in my tube picking hobby, of just ripping people off left and right. Look, you bought all these tubes and you knew you were going to make a ton of money off of them, yet you paid their poor family of this deceased person hardly nothing. Well, there's two sides to that story. There's been many a pick where I've drove hours and hours. I get there, turns out what's there is a bunch of junk. I've had other times I drive hours and hours, I get there and we never can agree on a price. Other times I drive hours and hours and I get there and, what I find out is I'm the third person that's been through these tubes. Even though I ask up front, has anyone else gone through these tubes yet, right? Nope, nobody else has gone through these tubes. You get there and you get to talking to the individual. Well, yeah, my cousin did bring his buddy over and they went through them a little bit. And then my neighbor, he knew some stuff about them and he's an eBayer. They came over and went through some stuff. And you find out you're going through a bunch of coals and the stuff's already been cherry picked. And then other times I've bought a lot of tubes. I paid more than what I thought was a fair offer. You got to realize, what do they call it on eBay for repair or parts only? That's the way you got to look at this stuff, because you may get it home and all these are pulls or swaps or culls, and you go through a couple hundred tubes and you really don't get much of anything. Other times you may buy a box of 50 tubes and you go through them and holy cow, there's $1,000 worth of these 5 tubes over here, right? You got to take the good with the bad, because if you paid eBay prices for used tubes, you're going to get burned every single time. Give you a good example. When I was putting some tubes up for sale here recently on eBay, I was going through 6SN7s, right? I would go through like 6 used 6SN7s and throw them over here in a box. And I would label them not matched and or weak and or not good for every one tube that was even remotely worthy of selling, right? So if you bought, a dozen 12AX7s or a dozen 6SN7s or whatever used at some flea market or estate sale or whatever, you got to realize maybe 1 out of every 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those would actually pan out to be a valuable tube. So you just got to take the good with the bad, and I'll try to get my skin a little thicker around here. All right, last topic of the day. As I may have mentioned in many of my videos, I used to run a record label. My son and I did this for, I don't know, 5 years or so. It was a great hobby, great bonding experience between us, and had a lot of fun with it. We put out somewhere, I think it was 31 or 32 vinyl records during that time frame. And as of now, my son's moved off to New York City. So kind of the record label is on pause. Maybe till I retire one day. I had a lot of fun with it. I just don't have the time for it. It's pretty time consuming and labor intensive shipping stuff. So, any rate, the point of all this, in my videos, a lot of times I will use songs from my record label because two reasons. One, I have the rights to use those songs. Two, I know they're not going to get flagged by YouTube scanning software that then comes back to me and tells me that I have used copyrighted material from somewhere, which ultimately deflags my monetization, and I don't make any money off these videos. Not that I make a lot anyway, but every little bit counts. So I use this software for that purpose. The other big thing is if you use copyrighted materials, it will block your entire video from other countries where maybe the YouTube doesn't have the right to the content for that in those countries. So I'll see my videos get blocked. Anyway, coming back around, I get a lot of comments sometimes. Hey, who was that band? I'd like to know more about that song. This, that, the other. I thought one thing I could do, if you were interested, so post down below, give me some feedback, is I could just spin all my records one at a time, maybe make a short little, couple minute video. Most of these were 45 or 7-inch format. I could just spin those and play them on here, and you could hear the bands, and I could tell you more about them, things of that nature. What I don't really have the right to do is share this music in a digital format with you. Like I can play it in the background in a YouTube video. I'm okay with that because you're just picking up what I'm listening to in the room. But I can't share this content. My contract between me and the bands didn't allow for that. I probably could go back to each of them because I know a lot of these guys, a lot of them are local bands around here from the Carolinas, and or got a lot of friends in Nashville, a lot of bands there. So it could be that I could share, they'd let me share more of this stuff. We'll see. But if you're interested, post down below. I can make a new series of videos, call it Grimtail Records sharing or whatnot, and I would share some of the songs that were on my label. If not, just give me a big thumbs down. I'll totally abandon the idea, and we'll roll back to making some more electronics videos. Doesn't really matter to me, but thought I would offer that up. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll probably have 2 or 3 of these this weekend. I got a lot of topics I want to cover with you, but I like to keep these somewhat short in length.